This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today we are going to be welcoming in spirit a lovely lady into the Fashion Bunker. We're going to be talking about a specific video that Maria Draganova made. Hello Maria, welcome darling. Hello darling. This is Maria Draganova, lovely YouTuber lady. Makes videos about luxury at YouTube, so be sure to check her out. I will post a link to the video I'll be talking about today in the description box underneath my video. Be sure to check her video out, subscribe to her channel, send her some love. Now, Maria made a video entitled, "You Need These, the best new designer fall pieces and trends to add to your wardrobe. Hermes, Louis Vuitton, Dior, ... Okay, so Maria made a video going into detail about the research that she has been doing about all the trends happening this particular... Oh, thank you for subscribing, Mitchell. All the trends, the new designer fall pieces and trends to add to your wardrobe. So a couple of points that we're going to have to touch base on. But first and foremost, as always, I say subscribe to my channel if you haven't already here on YouTube. Let me actually say goodbye to Maria first of all. Maria, I'm going to see you later. Bye, sweetie. So subscribe to my channel here on the tubes. You can also push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also follow me or join me on Patreon. Become a patron today. Gain access to extra perks there as well. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live. I live stream every Saturday, so I have my wonderful co-chatters and co-reviewers with me in the live stream right now in the chat section. You too can be a part of every live stream. I live stream every Saturday. Everybody's welcome to join in, pitch in, and share their opinions with us. So, first issue I have with this particular video was understanding whether or not Maria means, when she says the best new designer fall pieces, under designer, does she imply luxury, only luxury, or also non-luxury? Because, as we know, a designer can be luxury, but it doesn't have to be luxury. And also, as we know, even though brands like Zara, H&M, in some cases even Esprit, Primark, Mango, even though they copy the trends of the higher end designer brands or luxury brands, still, even they have designers working for them, in-house designers working for them many times. So, in fact, when we define designer, it doesn't have to mean just luxury brands. So I was intrigued because when I read the title of the video, I was wondering, is she going to go just in the direction of the luxury brands or designer brands? Eastpak is also a designer brand if you want. It is. So Adidas is as well. You know, let's see. So anyway, so she said at the beginning of the video, she says that she has been really looking into stuff, doing her research. The video is very short, mind you. Very quick, very speedy. In some points, a little bit messy because it's not structured. Like if I give you a list of, I don't know, 20, 30 things, I'm going to structure it in a certain way. Maria's choices or the thought process that she made kind of jumps from place to place, but in a very interesting, organic way. But some things that pop up at the beginning might pop up later on as well. So it is a very fascinating thought process that she applied to creating, to compiling this list of what she thinks are the best new designer fall pieces and trends to add to your wardrobe, as she says. So let's see together. I'm gonna blend in the first. Now, so she first starts by talking about Christian Dior. So as she mentions Christian Dior, my first thought is, okay, well, okay, this video is going to be about luxury. So we have a very interesting concept. One is it's Dior, so Dior is trending for the season. And the second concept is puffer jacket. So she says a puffer jacket or puffer jackets from several brands, luxury brands, mind you, are trending this season. In particular, this puffer jacket is recalling the shape of the new look jacket of Christian Dior from the 40s, 50s. Now, this particular jacket seems to be already sold out everywhere. Let's put a pin in that because Maria never stresses enough to repeat that certain items are already sold out, that she's looking for them because they're sold out already, or because she has seen them on influencers wearing them. But she also says that she thinks a certain trend is a trend and she would like to buy these pieces because she has seen them on influencers. Put a pin in that. We're going to get back to that. Let's see the next piece. She mentions again puffer jackets, cropped jackets, winter jackets. In this case, we have a Louis Vuitton puffer-esque. Not really as puffy as it could be, but in that realm as well. I'm not posting every single product that she spoke about. If they are repetitive products, I took them out because I'm kind of stripping it to the bare bone, trying to get to the essence of the concept. Moving on to the next one. Louis Vuitton, oversized puffer. We get the point. Let's see next. Louis again, detachable sleeves on this one, I do believe. They might have zippers. So this jacket can become a vest as well. Puffer. More Louis puffer with a hoodie. Then she shifts into Prada and she says, so you see, she's kind of, okay, so now Maria is talking about the brand being a trend, but also the product that the brand makes. In this case, nylon jackets, but also the Prada logo, the triangle Prada logo. Nylon with Prada, we've seen a huge comeback with nylon Prada, not just in their bags, but also in their jackets. To me personally, I'm not talking about trends, but I'm just saying, you put that little tiny waist buckle belt and it just kills it for me. But anyway, let's see the next one. Here we have trench coat version. Also, she says trench coats, nylon jackets, and puffer jackets. Prada trench coat. Next. Then she moves on to footwear. When it comes to footwear, Maria points out really high, chunky boots. Actually, what does she say here? Ugly, chunky boots, or chunky loafers, or knee-high or over-the-knee length-high boots. So here are a couple of examples that Maria showed in her video. A very, very chunky, tall boot over the knee. Here is another, a Dior. I think this one is Dior, right? Yeah, it says Dior. Yeah, this is a Dior chunky boot. It's more like a galoche type of, almost like a mud boot for the rain. Here's another really heavy one. This one is probably going to be very uncomfortable to wear, covering the knee. So again, even in this case, she references, she's seen it on a lot of influencers. She's seen that a lot of these pieces have sold out online. And because she's seen them selling out, she's wishing to get them as well. In some cases, okay? And she does say, you should get them. And you should get them because they're selling out, and you should get them, she says, because the influencers are wearing them. So we got the chunky, ugly Prada loafers. This should be Bottega Veneta, I think. Can I say? Moving on. Okay, then she moves on to Loewe. Now, with Loewe in particular, she is saying that the trend, so Maria says the trend is ready-to-wear denim jacket with a leather pockets, mostly beige, so it can be denim or not denim. She, in her video, is wearing a white, maybe beigey, but more white Loewe jacket with a little leather pocket, and she does showcase several other pieces, longer or cropped jackets from Loewe, light colors, with the leather trim or the leather pockets. This is one example. Then Maria talks about Loewe denim jeans with the Loewe logo. Denim jeans, light denim wash. That logo, I'm telling you now already, I don't need to know any trend, is going to age terribly. It just looks like something from the 70s, early 80s, just something that is just going to be so old looking in a couple of years. It's not a fresh logo. It's not a timeless logo. This is not a logo that is going to be fresh after a couple of years. But she wants them really bad. Because they're sold out everywhere. So Maria repeats at this point of the video, she says, but these are sold out everywhere. So I really hope they come back. I really want them real bad because they're sold out everywhere and because a lot of influencers are wearing them. So you should get them too, is what Maria says. You see, we're seeing a pattern forming here. Moving on to the next. Now at this point, Maria mentions crew necks and hoodies. She actually said the Loewe hoodies with the logo and the hoodies without the hoodie. The hoodie without the hoodie is a crew neck. Again, big logo, which is going to age terribly. It's just a very intricate type of logo. I'm telling you, it's very filigrane, but it is very ornamental. And it is a type of ornamental that reminds us almost of Biedermeier. It comes and goes. Stuff like that has its moment in time, but these logos are not timeless. They will not age well. I'm telling you this now from personal experience. So they might be trending at this moment. However, even in this case, Maria says she wants it because sold out and because a lot of influencers are wearing it. Moving on. Okay, so here, Fendi. So this is a photo of Maria, I guess at the Fendi boutique. She is trying on the Fendi in shearling, like one of their famous baguettes and little bags or medium-sized bags with a flap. This one in shearling. So she says a big trend this season is shearling. Shearling in different shades of tan colors, from beige also to very light colors, even borderline to white. So when it comes to Fendi, we got the shearling covering certain types of bags. In particular, let me see if the next photo shows the next. Okay, so here's a Peekaboo. So also, in this case, Maria repeats about the Peekaboo being very cool in shearling because it's been seen a lot on social media and it is selling out. Moving on. Here we get to the Fendi First Bag. So in this case, we have that Fendi logo. Look at the tendency that a lot of these brands now have, creating, just like Loewe, the Fendi logo looks similar to the Loewe logo because they both go into that historic direction, almost of Biedermeier, of having that very ornamental type of logo, which ages a piece. It's maybe considered fresh today, but it's historically the context of this type of ornamental rounding of writing. It's not something that ages well. It's gonna be left in this particular decade and time, and we will know that this bag just came because of that type of logo style from this time's period, and it's not going to do the bag well or any good long term. Okay, but even with the Fendi First, which is the name of this bag that also comes in shearling, Maria does state they're selling out anywhere. Get them now because they're trending. Influencers are wearing them. And they're all over social media. So she's thinking of getting one as well. Let's move on to the next. Another trend is sheer stockings / leggings / silk stockings, in this case, covered with logos. She did mention that the Chanel Double C stockings were all the rage a season or two ago, and Chanel brought them back because they were super hard to find back then, and now they're back again. Sold out everywhere, hence she's trying to get them because they are selling out everywhere and because they are trending on social media. She does advise you to talk to your sales associate to ask if you could get one of these as well. Moving on to sheer details and elements on clothing. Maria also does mention sheer tops. In this case, we see Fendi with that kind of almost Jean-Paul Gaultier-esque type of textile, which is a stretchy material that has a webbing in it. Sheer. So sheer is something that is trending this season as well. This is the list that Maria is delivering to us. Moving on to the next. So these little headbands that have been around for ages now. Remember the oversized, chunky Prada versions, which, you know. Anyway, so Christian Dior is coming at us with a canage quilted or embroidered top with velvet and different materials. I'm sure they also have them in leather. And then we have noticed, well, Maria noticed that also Hermes has delivered the hairband, headbands in leather in this case. However, Maria, these were also available last season. They're not really new, but they are ugly. That I can't tell you. Hermes really, this thing is a faux pas. Like, oof. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so in general, this is an interesting point. Here, Maria touches base on these pants. Or is it also the shoes? Also the pants that kind of open up with a little slit or buttons or little hooks or hooklets on the sides. She says, now, okay, the shoe with the pant, what Maria says in this case, she says, you need all these items for fall. This is from a designer brand, but she says that she has items like this from Zara, H&M, and other brands, and she can post a link to them in the description box underneath the video. But then at that point, I thought to myself, okay, so definitely you're not considering designer anything that's underneath the level of luxury. Maybe that should have been explained better in the title of the video. But on top of that, what I noticed is that she does not want to mention specifics about these other brands, but she admits to wearing them, you know, Zara, H&M, and co. But they're not worthy enough to be really showcased in a video because obviously, maybe possibly her viewers watch her for the luxury content, not for content that can be, that they don't need to dream about because mostly everybody can afford going to H&M and Zara to buy these pieces. This could be the mental process there, but interesting that she says that she has this type of tailor or cut and everybody should get it, everybody should wear it, and that it is also available from higher end brands. Let's just put it that way. Next is, okay, so here we start with these kind of jackets, which she, and this is interesting because at this point Maria says she does not think this trend suits her, but she's considering buying it because it's a trend. And here I see that pattern reinforcing itself and thinking, okay, so Maria might be falling victim to brand marketing to a point where she even says in her video, this doesn't look good on me. We've been seeing this a couple of seasons already, these oversized shoulders and then kind of cinching it in at the waist for ladies. And this particular design then goes with these little straps and it goes in different versions and variations. Jacquemus oversized masculine blazers, and here we come to Jacquemus pants from before and the blazer now. Again, because Jacquemus is so overly utilized and overly exposed on social media, he has become one of those influencer brands and names and logos that you want to get. No matter how ugly this jacket is, and it is ugly, Maria is considering getting it. Even though she says that these oversized shoulders don't really look good on her, she's a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful woman. Curvaceous, beautiful curves, just very voluptuous. And she likes to show them, and why not? Now, something like this is too clumpy on her, and I understand. She's very clever. She knows what suits her body, and that's good. And she's aware of the fact that this would not probably suit her, but still, she's considering buying it because it's sold out everywhere, and because people are wearing it on social media. Let's move on. Jacquemus, oh, okay. It's so terrible. Anyway, Jacquemus again. Now we got here the maxi and midi dresses, asymmetric and slightly ruched. Now, the queen of asymmetric, and I can tell you this, Maria, if you're watching, get Vivienne Westwood. It's going to cost way less than Jacquemus. It's going to last you way longer. It's really a timeless piece. You're going to wear it and be happy with it for a long time to come. And what Vivienne Westwood does, she also caters to beautifully curvaceous ladies as well. So this here sold out everywhere and trending. So she's thinking of buying that too. No, there's much better out there than this. Okay, moving on. Jacquemus, I can't stand. Okay, and she says also sold out everywhere. The Jacquemus cropped knitted little tops with his logo, with the Jacquemus logo here between the breasts, holding together whatever this is. Now, remember, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking with Cassie Thorpe. We were with Cassie discussing the trends that she thinks should die with this year. And one of them were the bralettes, the knitted bralettes. This is not a bralette, obviously, but it is a similar evolution of that. It's like a knitted cropped top that literally, and here's the point, what Maria said here very specifically and clearly was, this is a piece that photographs very well for Instagram. You should consider buying it to take photos of it on Instagram. Consider getting it because it's very photogenic for Instagram. And at that point I thought, wow, okay, so we really are falling victim to the Instagram trend, because if we start purchasing products because we think they might look cute for a photo shoot on Instagram, but never to actually really wear these pieces when out and about, then Houston, we got ourselves a problem. Moving on to the next piece. Also coming from, I think, Jacquemus, cropped cardigans with no bra underneath, or with bra underneath, or off-the-shoulder cardigans. Again, Jacquemus, off-the-shoulder cardigans. This is something very, what Vivienne Westwood did already in the 80s and 90s, much better, might I add. And she still keeps doing it to this day. So call a spade in this case, right? This is something that I would recommend you get from Vivienne if you really wanted something like this that's very heavy in this area. Now, if you are very, very skinny, flat-chested, this ruffling up here might work for you, but if you're more rounded and voluptuous, to have on top of all of that, this extra material laying on top, it just doesn't work, okay? So this is not something that is trending for every body shape. But again, Maria repeats, they're selling out everywhere, so let's consider buying them. Let me see what else we got. Okay, so this was the selection. So my question is, how many luxury YouTubers are falling themselves victim to FOMO, you know, the fear of missing out? And I don't want them to fall victims to FOMO, you know? Oh, because Maria keeps repeating, oh, but this thing sold out. So it's you know, this thing is also worn by so many influencers I see on Instagram. So let me try to find one too. And it's such a pity, it's a shame. And I think we should not fall victims to FOMO. We should not fall victims to, oh, well, it's selling out, so let's buy them. Oh, I've seen what's her name? Chiara Ferragni, because she posted in her video also a photo of Chiara Ferragni wearing some ugly piece. And like, well, Chiara Ferragni, who has millions of followers, is wearing it, so I want it too. We gotta be stronger than that, you guys. We really do. We really do. And yeah, because Maria keeps repeating, you know, this sold out. This is not available online. This could be good to photograph on Instagram. This is all over social media. Like, is this the right way to go? You know, I mean, to listen to any influencer out there, YouTuber, luxury YouTuber, making videos telling you what you must have for this season, like, which one of us, who wants to actually accept somebody else telling you what you must have this season? Now, I know brands try to manipulate you into thinking, okay, you got to have this season, you got to have that, that's because they want to earn money. But why? The question is, why do we let them in? Why do we keep letting them in? Why do we constantly allow them to manipulate us to a point where the FOMO gets all over us and makes us start purchasing these pieces? And most of these pieces, you guys, you could rewind the video and watch them all over again. Most of these pieces, except maybe for the padded puffer Dior at the beginning, none of those other pieces are you going to want to see, let alone wear a couple of months from now. Now, if you're all about the trend and being so superficial, not caring about sustainability, just buy it now, sell it off 2 months later from now. But we've moved on from that. We're more conscious of things now. We don't want to consume like crazy blind people who are just throwing money to the wind to run and chase after some illusion of a bubble of being on Instagram and having as many followers as possible. Sorry, feeding into this monster mechanism of buying constantly new, unboxing constantly new, running after the trend so that we get as many likes as possible, so that we get as many comments and praise as possible, so that we show the world that we are on top. We know we're not 2 rows behind. Okay, I'm following the trends. Okay, I got the newest bag right now. I'm unboxing it first. I'm going to be the first one to unbox it in this colorway. That's when you fall a victim. That's when you fall. That's when you are. That's when you become a victim. That's when you are. That's when you have fallen, perished. You lose. And if you are the person running after the unboxing of the bag, being the first one to unbox that colorway, that shape, that model, you know you've already lost because they got to you. They made you get it. They made you unbox it. And you best believe it's already old. That bag was planned out to be sold from that moment on, but the brands are already calculating and planning out the next bags that are coming up in the next seasons, and somebody who's more important than you will receive that bag before you and will be wearing that bag already a season ahead of you. So you will never be on top. You will always be behind. And the more you try to chase these trends, and the more you're going to look like a victim, and the more you will be a victim, and the more you're going to be late. The more you're going to be late. Because the bigger the desperation is to showcase something as soon as possible, and the more you know, and the more you know that you're already too late. And this is what we kind of tend to forget in these games of wanting to get more followers, more subscribers, more likes, more comments, more interaction. We tend to forget that actually we are actively accepting to feed into the marketing game of the business of it all, and we lose. We are the losers because they're profiting off of us. So we have to slow down. And we have to stop thinking that just because something is sold out, just because something is posted 50,000 times on Instagram, that we should also have it. I, for one, the second I see something all over Instagram, I get disgusted by it. I don't want to have it. I say, oh, the influencers, let's see what the influencers are showing me today, what I should not buy. And I see what the Oompa Loompas are wearing, and I go, thank you so much, Oompa Loompas. Now I know what I'm not going to buy. You see, turn it around 180 degrees. Turn that game around and win that game. The only way you can win the game is by not falling victim to it. There's no other way of winning. Let me get to your comments. Thumb up this video if you're liking it, you guys. Yately Hypnotherapy says, I've never even heard of Jacquemus. I'm just here because he's just too sweet. LOL. Ah. Thank you. Holy Grace says, me too, Dacob. They all look the bloody same, says Holy Grace. Yeah, there you go. Anna Bez G says, I have greatly pulled away from Instagram. Debbie says, if you don't know it exists, there will be no want or desire. That's a good point too. That's a really good point. Delphine Red says, influencers are in fact very influenced and seems to suffer FOMO. Influencers and also are desperate to be always on top of things, to receive the PR package, to be invited to the right event, to be able to photograph it, to post about it so that they validate themselves, so that they feel that their credibility within the luxury community is justified because they are at the place where it's poppin'. But the place where it's poppin' has been manipulated to be the place where it's poppin' artificially. So obviously you're a victim to that game. BB says, I don't think she's a victim. She wants to portray herself, brand herself as a luxe influencer, so she gets the collabs. They all go through this stage. That's what a victim is. That's literally the definition of it. Prada Darling 2001 says, I feel like luxury fashion nowadays is being treated at fast fashion. So many new items and trends popping up every week, month to keep us buying. Yes, that's why all of these brands are churning out new, more and more collections. I mean, we see Chanel has like 10 collections a year now with the little tiny extras, the little capsule collections on top. Like you can go up to 11 or 12 collections a year even. It's insane. It's like one collection a month. Olenka says, I don't like to wear all these logos. Just stupid. You have to have your personal style, not labels. Gary says, I miss the days when the only influencers were the models on the adverts in the magazines. Oli says, only Dacob provides commentary from a fashion plus historical, sociological, psychological perspective. Thank you so much. And you know, guys, that people are going to come for me. How dare I talk about this or that? Social media. That's what we do. We talk, we converse. No shade towards Maria. I actually think she's the sweetest lady. She's always very soft-spoken, very kind, very polite. Nothing against her. But she is contributing to a social conversation by creating videos on YouTube that are public, that everybody gets to see. So what do I take from these videos is what I share with you in my video. There's nothing wrong about that. Absolutely nothing. There might be something wrong about what your conclusions are and what you take from it. But obviously, as always, you are very free, more than free, to take whatever you wish from it. I'm analyzing a situation that goes beyond just Maria. Maria is a starting point. That video inspired me for this topic, and it takes us to another place where we try to understand and analyze how far can a brand and brand marketing push us? How far are we really in charge of our decisions? How far do we want to play that game? Thank you for subscribing, Rodrigo. Danielle says, that's my point though. Buy what complements your body. Yetli says, be yourself. Why do you want to wear something by someone to look like someone who is pretending to be something to influence someone? Try something novel. Be you. That's a really good one. Oh, Susie Q, that's a good one. These are not needs, they are wants. Gwen says, it's low-key what not to buy. Just read between the lines. Exactly. But you know how many people don't read between the lines? And I'm here to help you read between the lines, so don't shoot the messenger. Happy Day says, it seems like she has an unhealthy relationship with social media. Sounds like she would benefit a break from Instagram. No, she has a huge following. Her following is growing. People are loving her content. Nothing to report negative there, but definitely there is overconsumption. To each their own. If you have the budgets, the mean, you know, if you have the money, go for it. Overconsume as much as you want. But what's the end game? Where do we go from there? How does it, when are you satisfied? When can you say, let me also create content for you guys that you will want to see from me, but that is not just about unboxing. Okay, let's see, the new collection is out. Let's go see it. What should we buy from the new collection? What should we get? Like, when does that stop? When is that enough? When is the closet full? And when do we move on to a deeper conversation? When we move on to the next step? Because social media is relatively new in the bigger field of society and human beings. So for a lot of people, it's still very fresh and it's still a brand new type of field of a ballpark, of a game park. But at a certain point, there comes a point where you either go deeper or you go home, because like certain conversations have been had 1,000 billion times already. So how do we find new facets to this conversation? How do we discover new elements to this conversation that can really, really bring us forward and not just passively keep on consuming whatever we're being given, whatever's churned out by the brands to us? Now, to each their own, obviously. I mean, there are people who just don't want to think. There are people who just want to passively consume. It kind of relaxes them. Also having somebody else decide for them what to buy, when to buy it, how much of it to buy. Some people are very fine living that way. I'm not. And that's why I speak about it. It's as simple as that, you guys. So let me cue in the end while I read a couple of the end credits, while I read a couple of your comments. Happy Day says, it seems like she has an unhealthy relationship with social media. Sounds like she would benefit break from Instagram. I already read this one. BB says, she's showing love to this brand, so they start gifting her stuff. No, I don't think so. I think there's a brainwashing that has happened here, you guys. People say that about... listen. People say that about Vivienne Westwood, for example, and me. I love Vivienne Westwood's clothes. I love her mentality. People say, oh, you're just making videos talking nicely about Vivienne Westwood because you want clothes for free from Vivienne Westwood. That couldn't be furthest from the truth. Furthest from the truth. Matter of fact, I criticize Vivienne Westwood's sales policy for their online store highly, and I do not recommend anybody to ever purchase from their online if you're not living in the UK, because in the UK, they ship from the UK, so UK within the UK, fine. Everything else is a mess. Not once have they managed to deliver with their online shop to me. Things got lost. They didn't send me what I ordered. Once I paid, they never even shipped the piece, and then I had to write them. And then 3 or 4 weeks later, they were like, oh yeah, sorry, we forgot to ship it. Yeah, but you got my money. So no, I criticize when there is something to be criticized, and I praise when there's something to be praised. What is happening here, what I feel is happening here in this particular case, is being brainwashed by a brand and just complying without any afterthought, without thinking or believing, oh, well, if I say really nice things, then I'm going to, fall on their PR list. They're going to start giving me stuff for free. No, I think what's going on here is literally brainwashing from brand marketing. The power of brand marketing and the FOMO. That's what's happening here. And it should be addressed. It should be addressed just to raise awareness about it. Now, to each their own. If somebody says, you know what, I'm totally fine with the FOMO. I'm totally fine with the way things are going right now. Good, more power to you. I'm just here to say, hey, maybe there's an issue. You're telling me there's no issue? Keep doing you, boo. You keep doing you. Bibi says she's actively building her brand to maybe become a full-time influencer, but she's saying the quiet part out loud. The others just buy the trendy items and post them. Daniel says, once you know what suits your body, you are unstoppable in my eyes. That's a good point too. Coco Chanel also always said, you don't want the dress to wear you, you want to wear the dress. Penelope says, seriously, FOMO, 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 right? This is unrealistic for real, says Olenka. The CC Spy says, buying something to take pictures of it for Instagram is being a slave to the society of the spectacle, which constantly demands new, senseless items. Very well said, Laura. Vivian C says, the tailoring would be done better on this off the shoulder. Oh, we're talking about the clothes again. Anyway, you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thumb it up, the video, and follow me on my social media, which is a kooky one, never conforming, by the way. Figure it out by yourself. Super Dacob, all spelled together on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Until next time, never forget to never give up on life. Oh my God, are we that low now that we're not giving up on life, not even love anymore? The desperation is real. It's about life now on top of love. But the original is always never give up on love. See you all soon. Take care. Bye.